All right, well, good evening. This is Kelly at Memory Bound Paper Craft Store, and surprise, we're not usually here in the evening. It's 5 o'clock, just about 5 o'clock Central Time here at Memory Bound in Iowa. And what happened was we got so many new products in today that I thought we should just take a little time this evening and talk about them and give you a peek at what they have. And you might watch live, you might watch later. I certainly get it if you're watching later because you didn't know we were going to be here tonight. Right now we're on YouTube and we are also broadcasting on Facebook. This morning on our morning video, we had Janet here doing some of her amazing heritage things with the 49 and Market Nostalgic Memories. Well, during her video this morning, the UPS came and Derek brought us the next two, I'm going to say 2.5 collections from 49 and Market. There's Timber and Tweed, and then we've got the purple collection, Plume and Petal. And I just wanted to be able to have time to show you all of the pieces in these collections so you can like them as much as I do. I was gone this afternoon and I came back and Janine has all the Plume and Petal on a display and it's purple land, you guys. It's purple land. So I know you're surprised to see me tonight. I'm looking at the comments now. But so we've got, I'm going to say 2.5 collections from 49 and Market because we also have new Vicky Bouton Irresistibles. And there's a new surprise with those too. So Janine Meyerowitz and her team at 49 and Market are doing an amazing job with innovative product. And in addition to that, it's kind of like, don't wait, you're going to get a set of steak knives too. In addition to all that, we have the new the new Elizabeth Craft. The memory binders are here, the large memory binders, and the new release, Delightful Discovery by Annette Green. And I want to show you that also. So there's so much to see. And tomorrow morning, Penny is here with Olo Olympics because remember, we're trying to do a lot of craft Olympics here at Memory Bound this week and next week. And tomorrow, Penny is going to be coloring with Olo markers. And I got to give a shout out to Peggy. You know, she's our solid that's not solid person. Well, she also came up with Olo Olympics for the Olo coloring. So that's what we're doing in the morning. But right now, we're going to show you some new product that came in from Elizabeth Crafts and 49 and Market. And I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm all by myself today, so I'm going to try to do a really good job at watching your comments and answering questions and showing you products. So we're going to change the camera around here and get it adjusted so we can look down on this cool stuff that came in. And I think I can I'll turn the light on and we'll see how it goes with that. So we're going to start out with Elizabeth Crafts before we get into 49 and Market. And they have the new binders are here finally, and they come in blue and green. And oh my gosh, I want you to see these colors in person because this is not going to do them justice at all. And we're going to fix that. Well, maybe it does do them justice. This green, it's kind of an earthy green, and it is bigger than the previous planners. And these are called large memory binders. And they're a little bit bigger. Here's the blue one. And you know what? I took the package off. They had the plastic that had the price. They are $27.99. And I think we should open one just so you can see what's inside. So let's open up this blue one. Oh my gosh. So here's what you're going to get. I'm going to set these aside for later. It's kind of like the original planners. Like I said, it's just bigger. And it's got this strap that goes around so you can keep it closed when you get it all filled up with your good stuff. When you open it, look at here, you've got your little pocket here on the side. You've got a little slide-in pocket here and here. And what Teresa and I were talking about, there's a little loop here for your pen. So you are ready to go with this. And I'm going to show you the basic die and some of the dies that have come in also with this Delightful Discovery collection. So here is the new planner. It is wider than the original planners, and personally I like that. So what do you think? Do you like it being a little bit bigger so you can put more things in it? Your pages are going to be a little bit bigger. The holes and the rings are the same. It's just a little bit wider. So let me show you what else came in with this collection. And of course they did add the memory binder. These are the Pocket Pages 1. with the everyday memories, and you've got different configurations here. So you're going to get 12, you're going to get 3 of each of these styles. And the holes are punched, they fit right into your albums there, your memory binders. And then I'm going to show you the paper, but we're going to skip that for just a minute since we're talking about the albums. And I do not have this in the right order, so you're going to have to look at my arm for a minute. So what they did, which I thought was really ingenious, is they have this special die. It's $9.99. It's called the Extender Reinforcement Strip. So what this does, this works on all of your dies that you have already from Planner Essentials, and it extends them so that it is just a little bit wider to fit into this new album. Now, could you use your existing pages without this? Sure. They're just not going to go all the way to the edge. This is going to extend them. Whoops, it probably should show it like this. I think it might be a little upside down there. So you'd have the rings here, and then you have this stitched piece that would go over the top of your pages that you die cut out. And that's $9.99 and pretty handy. I thought that was pretty smart from the new Everyday Memories collection. And then with that, they do have the base page assortment here. Whoops, let me get, I think I need to move this. I tend to be working up here a little bit, so I'm going to move that. Now their packaging changed a little bit. So on the front of the package now it shows you ideas, and the dies are on the back. But you can see here, here's the holes for your page. This is wider than the existing Planner Essentials, but that's okay. You can still use your previous dies. It's got the little tab here, which you guys, I have to tell you, I really love the tab. It has a lot of basics like stars, hearts. It's got some frames, kind of a wavy arrow. And then down here, this is $24.99. And unfortunately, their new packaging covers up some of the dies. So let's see if I can pull this out. It looks like there's hole reinforcers down here at the bottom. And you know what? I might just not be able to show you those. So I'm not able to get the package open, but you have the extra little hole reinforcers. And here's some pages that Annette Green designed with it. So that's the basic page. And then there's also this die set, which is Pocket Page Inserts 1. And if you remember, the pocket pages have a lot of different configurations, a lot of different sizes, and this would be one of the sizes that would fit inside. A lot of these pieces would fit inside of those pocket pages. It's $22.99, and here's some samples where they have inserted them in the pocket pages. Do you have to do that? Not really. So that's Pocket Page Insert, and that word special does come with the die set here. And these are all online. If you go to memorybound.com and go to shopping and go to new, and then you'll see the Elizabeth Craft new releases. This is Pocket Page Inserts number 2. So these are also pre-sized to fit into these pages, these clear pocket pages here. As you can see, there's little squares, and then you've got the little squares here on the dies. Now you can use these for other things too. It doesn't have to be for the pocket pages. They're just nice basic shapes. And the word smile, and there it is. And it looks like it has like a little postage stamp. It's just a really cute little thing. And remember those, because we're going to talk about them in a Okay, I think there's a ghost here. So I think our sound is back. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I don't know what happens. I did not touch a thing because I only have two hands and you saw them, they're right here. So if you wouldn't mind letting me know if the sound is back, I think it is. I'm going to go ahead and tell you about this one because this is the slot pocket. So this is a larger pocket, and then it's got kind of interesting different shapes of pockets with it, along with the word peaceful and thankful. And look at the little clips, like for a clipboard, is so darn cute, and little oval tags and a frame. And here are some samples made with it. Thank you for letting me know the sound is back. Like I said, I didn't touch a thing. We have a ghost. There's a ghost here. So if you are just joining us, surprise, Memory Bound is live right now on Facebook and YouTube. We are showing you, let's see, 3.5 new collections. This is number 1. And this is the new Elizabeth Craft Everyday Memories Delightful Discovery. And Laura's asking to go back to the previous die set, and it was either slot pocket here. And there is what the die actually looks like. And Laura, if the comments are a little bit late, so maybe you were also wondering about rounded pocket with tags. I don't know what I think about the new packaging. It's really different. We're used to having this on the front and the pictures on the back. So there is that one. And then this one is bee and flower accents. And this is really interesting. And I'll flip it over so you can see the dies. This is Elsa's daughter right here. But look at the beautiful flowers. So this one has here on the side, and those fold down so that this piece can fold and kind of flap back in front of it too. But it also has the outline, so you can do the outline, and then all of these layover piece here gives you the effect with blue on top of the yellow. That is really pretty. And I know that Annette Green talks about the bee and how she really likes bees and included it in this collection. And the bee also has the outline. And what's really cool is you get the hexagons in 3 sizes. And we have done a lot of demos here at Memory Bound with hexagons. Annette actually cut out some hexagon frames here, but they're also good for stacking. So that's bee and flower accents. Do I need to go back one further? So Juanita's asking. So Juanita, I'm wondering if you're looking for the pocket page inserts. This is inserts 2. I feel like I'm on the shopping network. This is really funny. This is inserts 2, and then they have inserts 1. And these could be used for a lot of different things, but they are sized to fit in the pocket pages, the plastic pocket pages that fit in the new binders. Okay, this one, you guys, and I agree that the huge flower is beautiful. Let's show that again, because that's just, look at that. Especially the blue and yellow, I think is really nice. And I'm sure that's probably with the paper from the new paper pack, which we're going to show you soon. All right, this is tall and bold alphabet. So you get 68 dies, and it's about almost an inch tall. The tallest one is almost an inch. And they're kind of thin, so you can get bigger words. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but I think when they're a little bit thinner, then you can get larger words because they're closer together. And that probably doesn't make any sense. But you do get the upper lowers, the numbers, you get a few little symbols here. And then another die set. This is the last die set. This is called Seasonal Trees. And I did watch Annette's video, and she talked about this one. It's number 2340. And this sample is on the base page, which was one of the first dies that we showed you, which is a good die to have if you want to start using the new memory binders. And this is the base page. So this, the trees, she's designed them so you have one for every season. And oh my gosh, look at this tree. And it's got the grain in it to show the bark. And then you have your leaves or your flowers and another set of leaves. And then you have your words, spring, summer, winter, fall, and autumn. And you know what? Yeah, there is winter there. I just wanted to make sure. I think you could use this for a lot of things. And this is almost like a Polaroid here, except it's got a torn bottom instead of a straight bottom. Now, my screen is a bit frozen, and I'm just wondering how your screen is. If, oh, there we go. Gosh, we're having some freezing tonight. So anyway, that is seasonal trees, and it is $25.99. And you'll notice, okay, I just saw this, there is snow to go around the base of the winter tree. So that is a die right here. All right, looks like our Wi-Fi is caught up with us. So now we have stamp sets. This is called Busy Bee, and it does have the hexagons. I don't know if those fit into the die that we showed you earlier, but it looks pretty close. Just eyeballing it, it looks like it could possibly fit this die set from Bee and Flower Accents. And then it's got lots of little words, but it also has blanks. So you could use those to border around the stamped words, or you can stamp your own words there. What I think is kind of cool here are these 3 flowers. Those would be great accents on things. All right. All right. I guess we're not frozen. Thank you. It's just me that's frozen. And then this is the thumbs up stamp and die set. And if you guys follow Memory Bound at all, you know that Teresa is crazy about the Tim Holtz pointy finger. They're calling it thumbs up here, but we do have the thumbs up from both directions. I'm going to show it up close because look at all these tickets. This way to the fun review. Like if you wanted to do like a book or movie reviews and keep track of them, you could use this stamp and give them 1, 0, or 5 stars. And then you have these circle little seals, photo of the week, oh happy day. And then it does say thumbs down and thumbs way up. And then we have, I love these, everyday moments, making memories beautiful, and photograph. I think this is going to be a really popular one. It's called Thumbs Up. And it is $18.99. Oh my gosh, surprise. Okay, I just had a big glimmer because here are the dies for the hands. Oh my gosh, that's going to be amazing. Cherie says she loves Elizabeth Craft products, and Cherie, you are not alone. We have a lot of Elizabeth Craft lovers. Now this is called Calendar Elements. It's another handy dandy collection because it has 2026 and 2027 both, and you have these cool borders of alphabets and numbers, and then you have all the days and the months. So if you're doing journals, this is awesome. And Laura, she says, OMG, the thumbs up stamp set had dies. And I knew that, but it still kind of caught me off guard and surprised me. I thought that was pretty neat. Okay, one more thing for Elizabeth Craft's new Annette Green release, and that is the Delightful Discovery paper. And I want to show you this. And I think I could probably turn my light on to get a little bit better color now. But this is Delightful Discovery. It has 12 double-sided papers, but you also have, a lot of people use this sheet, or look at the back of it. And this is, let's see, $13.99 for this paper pack. This just has everything on it. And there's that pointy finger. And then I'll just flip through them so you can get a good look at them. There's a gentleman and a lady, along with a lot of other images. And the back is a nice kind of a teal pattern. Solid that's not a solid. Here's the gold. Oh, this one's really nice. I like the little blue dots that kind of come through. And we have a matte paper with another solid on the back. And then I think Annette really likes the border papers. I think she includes these on most of her collections. And another kind of a blue on the back. These are some of my favorite colors. I mean, look at those together. I love that. And this is the one that jumped out when Diane was flipping through these today. And there's the back, kind of a wallpaper look. But look at that. That's just, whoa. And that's like a navy blue. It's really hard to see it maybe on the camera. And then we were talking about this one. Oh my gosh, look at this, beautiful, with the floral border and the butterflies along the bottom. And then the back is, I don't know what you would call that. It reminds me of a shirt, like a men's shirt from growing up. Looks like a lot of you like Elizabeth Crafts. This is another one. I'm going to get up close so you can see it. It's got kind of yellow highlights and little dots around the flowers. Now these don't come into, oh, whoa, love that too. These don't come individually. These just come in the pack like all the Elizabeth Craft papers. And here are your herbs. And they're on like a dictionary page. And then the back is a solid that's not solid. And here's a stripe. It's funny how these patterns are all different, but when you start looking at them together, they do go together, because look at, if we put these two together, how nice those go. And even with this next clock. And then it's got another pattern on the back. And speaking of clocks, there's the clock, and it's got kind of a canvas background. It's a bluish, grayish black. There's a pattern on the back. I think if I get up close, you can see it better. This is another color I love. It's a tealish blue or bluish teal. And then there's a blue, like a blue graph. And this looks like it's got degrees on it, like kind of a science, a measurement type thing where they've measured circles and degrees. And then on the back is a teal. So here is the paper pack. Whoops. Delightful Discovery from Elizabeth Crafts. We showed you the binders. The binders were $27.99. And we have the blue and the green. And we heard from Elizabeth Crafts that the blue are sold out right now at Elizabeth Crafts. So we won't be able to get more blue for a little while. Eventually, I'm sure we will. But they are sold out for now. But we have the blue and the green. They're not sold out at Memory Bound. Those are $27.99. We showed you the paper collection. And there's one more thing that's brand new with Elizabeth Crafts to show you. And this is, it's called Everyday Ephemera. And they have not done anything like this before. But this is a booklet. It's got 24 single-sided sheets. And it's cut aparts. It's for fussy cutting. And you know, we did have World Fussy Cutting Day. And I was flipping through it, but I wasn't telling you I was flipping through it. So let me flip through it. Now this page you could probably use a circle punch on. And there's some ladies and gentlemen. There's some more. There's some kind of Art Deco. I would call that Art Deco frames. And then we have postage stamps. More postage. Oh, those flowers are really beautiful. So this is the new collection from Elizabeth Craft and Annette Green. There's all kinds of words that you can cut out. This is the fussy cutting tablet. It's not what they call it, but it's what I call it. There's tickets. Those would be nice if you have a special day, like you could do 14 for Valentine's Day. It comes in blue. Oh, it's got 3 colors. There's your months. Some more stamps. So, you know, it's the Everyday Ephemera. It's single-sided, and they're calling it that you can cut things out. To me, this isn't really fussy cutting, because you could easily cut these out with a trimmer or maybe a die. But that is the brand new, and that is $14.99 for Everyday Ephemera. So tell me what you think about that, since that is brand new. Cherie said those would be cool in a junk journal. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how things are like going off and on here. And I don't have any assistance, so sorry about that. I think our sound, oh, I must have knocked something off. But I think our sound is back. And I apologize for that, you guys. But anyhow, these are $11.99. You get 3 sheets. They're going to be hard to see because they're just kind of a white on white. But I think if you go online and you'll be able to see these, they're under the 49 and Market embellishments and collections. I will try not to touch anything. So let's see. This one is called Artful. Well, let's see. Yeah, this one's called Artful. And then we've got one here that's called, wait, this is also Artful. Let's see if I can find the name of this one. Oh, this is Artful Layers. Okay. This is Artful Layers. And then we have Artful Edges, which are borders. And these really do work fantastic. Look at, there's a sample of it on the back. So that is the edges. 3 sheets on these, and they're $11.99. And then we have Artful Words. This one I think is really going to be popular. So here are some samples of the words. They are kind of hard to see in the package, but it's got smile, love it, photo, us, you, discover, happy, inspire. And then it's got photographed, currently, today, perfect 10, some different things. And look how cool they look. So those are the new Irresistibles from Vicki Boutin. There's 3 styles. But you know what? They have something new, of course, because Janine never disappoints anybody. So now we have the Irresistible Chipboard Words from 49 and Market. And you get 36. They're white, and they're a resist on them. So this doesn't look very exciting right now when you look at it. It's kind of like, whatever. Looks like some shapes. But when you put ink over them, they have a resist on them. So the ink goes over the word, and look at that, where they've used a couple colors. So you could use ink, you could use sprays. It's got great words like happy, explore, fun time, our memories. Check this out. Photo, amazing. These are $7.99, and you get 36 different words. Like I said, in the front, they're kind of, whatever. But when you put the ink or the sprays or some type of medium on them, then the resist part it's like magic. It's like magic. And then they didn't stop there, because then they have the Irresistible die cut frames. And these too have got your resist on them so that it will only color certain portions. And here's a sample of that. These are $9.99 for the Irresistible die cut frames. And you can add inks or sprays, and you get 72 pieces. So these, okay, the frames and the words are not rub-ons. They are chipboard pieces that you would put ink on, and then they have the resist on them, so the words pop up. The first 3 items are rub-ons. So the word Artful Words is a rub-on. And the Artful Edges, those are rub-ons, and so is the Artful Layers. And they're like a white rub-on, so when you put ink on them, it looks like this. The chipboard pieces are called Irresistible because they have a resist product on them that doesn't take ink. So that was a great question. And Kathy said that she saw them with Vicki on Friday, and they are really neat. And I've seen some things on Facebook, and they're super neat too. But you guys, they didn't stop there. They have Irresistible die cut borders, and you get 58 in here. And I wonder if I kind of tip it, if you can see the resist. You can't, oh, there. Okay, do you see that shiny part? That's what's going to resist the ink. And these are the borders. You get 58 pieces. These are $9.99. And here's a look at some of them. And you can kind of see the little resist lines on there. They did a pretty good job of getting the images, but whoops, went a little too high. There are some samples there. All right, you guys, that is I'm going to call it the half collection. We'll call that the half collection from 49 Market. And we've got 2 more full collections to show you that just came in, designed by Dennis Bruton, Timber and Tweed. And we've got also have the purple, plum, and petals. So if you want to, hope you stay with me, and we're going to show you those next. These next collections are both designed by Dennis Bruton, and they're so different, and he probably was working on them at the same time. So you're going from the rugged, outdoorsy, and then you're going to the kind of pretty purples, and that had to have been a little bit of a challenge for Dennis. I don't know, but we'll have to find out. So then I'm going to change the camera back if we don't have any questions, and I don't see any. I'm looking at our comments. So I'll switch us back to the down camera, and I'm going to turn on our extra light, and I'm going to start with Timber and Tweed and show you the papers. And oh my gosh, I know a lot of you have been really excited waiting for these, and I have too. And we received everything, and I also went out and picked out a few things to go with them that are not part of the collection that I hope you like. But Timber and Tweed from 49 Market is here. It's all online, so you can go out if you want to go out and check it out. You sure can. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anything. Let me just. All right. Well, I know people are going, surprise. Memory Bound's on tonight. What's going on? And I'm all by myself tonight. So if I have a goof up or lose sound, I sure want to say thank you for letting me know. I guess I've touched some things and they have made the sound go off. So anyway, Timber and Tweed is in the house. Look at this. It just looks like a beautiful, kind of reminds me of a beautiful picture from, like, I don't know, the 1960s or something. Just the old-fashioned look of it. Dennis did such an amazing job designing this. The back, oh my gosh, look at the back, is this plaid, diagonal plaid. And then he always has cool strips along the bottom. And this one says, let the blizzard rage. We have books, blankets, and plenty of firewood. So that is paper number 1, called Pine Needles. And then let me pull this one out. This one is the second paper. This is called Cabin Escape. And you guys, I just have to show you this because Pine Needles and Cabin Escape, if you got both of these, you have a 2-page layout that's got a nice little woodsy border on it. And even the brick up here matches. So Dennis, I know you probably did that on purpose, and we love it. Now, so the back of this one is got, I really love this one too, but look at all the pine needles with the snow. And it says, finding sanctuary where the trees meet the sky and the air is clean. So that's the back of that one. And then the next paper is called Wooded Forest. And this is one of the papers that Dennis has done a lot, where you have your frame. He's done everything you need, and you can put your main focal points in here and maybe add some of the ephemera or some laser cuts and just kind of zhoosh it up a bit. And then the back of it is like maps, topography maps. And it says, my soul finds its anchor where the chimney smoke meets the snowy sky. So that's the back of that one. Sorry, I got to get my, okay, Dawn said she put in the order for the purple set. We're going to show you that next. Dawn already ordered it, but we're going to show it to you. But oh my gosh. Okay. So then here's our next one, Alpine Retreat. I think you're kind of getting the theme and why it's called Timber and Tweed. But again, you've got your frame section, which I think is really nice. And then the back of it is kind of the logs and the woods, kind of a log cabin-y type. So it's got a winter vibe. It's got a woodsy vibe. It's got an awesome vibe. And this one, oh my gosh. Look at that. It's a paper and it looks like a picture. It looks like you could frame this and just put this on. And I totally agree with Lisa. She says good masculine papers. So that is very true. And the back of this one, I love this too. So they're bringing in the grays with the browns. And this is kind of like, I believe it's kind of wood. It looks to me like wood, but it could be stone or brick. It could be a lot of different things. But I do love the colors, the brown and the gray. And it says the perfect winter symphony, the howl of the wind and the crackle of wood. Now it's funny about all this winter stuff because here in Iowa, it's in the 50s, which is very unusual this time of year. And here we are sitting at the lake and we got the pine borders here. So another nice scenery paper. And this one, you're going to go, wow. Make sure you're ready for it. Look at that. That's a plaid like no other. That is really, oh, I just love that one. So that is called Scenic View. I think you can Scenic Y. And then we have this next paper that's got the topography map along with some pine trees. And look at this corner where it's like ripped open plaster. And it's got the same thing up here. Nice, it balances out really nice. And the back, for those of you that like a good wood paper, here we are. And it even has notches and you can see the nails. Oh, it looks really cool on camera. Okay, so that's that paper. And we just have a couple more papers to go. But the next paper, this one was Mountain Trail. And then this one is called Icy Adventure. And look again what Dennis did for us. He's got them. Oh my gosh, it did it again. Okay. Sorry about that. Things are just flipping around here and I don't know why. Probably because I'm by myself. All right, so anyhow, again, he's got these two papers that go beautifully together. And on the back of this one is all this good woodsy stuff with pine cones and pine branches and log slices and little berries and snow. So those are the pattern papers. And then I'm going to show you the solids. And I'm just going to bring them out here like this. So you've got a green. I don't know how good these colors are going to show up, but that's the front and back. Here's the front and back of like a brown. And then we've got kind of that orange color, which you want this color because look at how it looks with that. And the back of it is kind of a neutral. And then we have the burgundy. And the back of that is a creamy color. So there are all the solids. Solids that aren't solids. So if you like this, you can get all of the papers individually. We always carry the individual papers because that's just what we do here at Memory Bound. You can get the pack if you just love it all and you want to get one of each. We have that available here in the pack. And it is not priced, so I don't know how much it is, but you do get all 8 papers. And you can also get the solids in a pack. And just look at that color palette. It's kind of funny, but with 49 and Market, we actually sell probably more solids, probably 50% more solids than the patterns, because I think people use these for a lot of other things. And Janet was just here this morning with heritage albums, and this right here would be a beautiful palette for your heritage albums. Shelly thinks we need a layaway plan. I love that, Shelly. Okay, then there also is the 6x8 paper. So we're going to show you that here. And I'm just going to flip through it. It's going to be a lot of the same things or similar. Although look at there how those go together. I'm just going to flip through them so you can get an idea of what's in here. Now that looks a little different than what we've seen. There's the scene at the lake, a couple little framed pages. There's the plaid we love, another pages that have like frames on them. Shelly says she wants it all, and Shelly, I understand. Here's another page that kind of goes together. I think this is going to be the second. It looks like you probably get 2 of everything. But I'm going to flip through them just so you can get a good look because I'm going quickly here because we have a lot to show you. This is Timber and Tweed from 49 and Market. And oh my gosh, see See, I just love like even this solid that's not solid is really a pretty color. And look how well, look at these three together. I can't help myself because I really like putting colors and patterns together. And so when I see this and they've kind of done it for us, it makes it even better. There's that cabin scene. And there we go. So pretty neat. That's the 6x8 tablet from Timber and Tweed. Now we have some embellishments to show. We've got matching ink colors and a couple other things that I grabbed to show you. So let me slide these back in here. We even the gals even did a ribbon pack, a coordinating ribbon pack before we even got the collection, because we had some samples of it, and we do have that also. So we have a memory bound exclusive ribbon pack that matches. It's got the browns, it's got the grays, it's got some different widths. I think it's got 6 or 7 yards in here, and it's $6.49. And this is all online under new shopping, and go to new and 49 and market Timber and Tweed. So these are the chipboard sentiments. And I was just talking to Barbara. I don't know if Barbara's watching yet tonight, but I was talking to Barbara, and we were talking about the words that they're using on a lot of these newer collections from 49 and Market. And they're very usable. They actually, to me, I feel like they're words I could use. Like Frosted Memories, Winter Wonderland, The Season to Sparkle, Our Cabin Story, Memories. And you've got different styles here. So I'll let you look at those. And here is, you get 42 pieces. Look at that deer. He's just kind of standing there. But I like how they've combined Embracing the Chill, Fireplace Bliss, Winter Wonderland. I like how they've combined the fonts. And then the other thing, okay, this is my weakness. If you follow Memory Bound much, you know that I love ephemera and die cut pieces. And this one you get 88 pieces. Sorry, there's only 88. But look at everything here. You get all kinds of frames. You get tickets, arrows, tags. You get a totem pole, it looks like, some rope, clocks. Here's this right here, top 5 memories is pretty cool. These are all online and you can look at it in detail, but I like these little journaling places that says unforgettable 5-star experience destination, and you can just write in right there, and there's a cool ticket. Oh gosh. So that's the Timber and Tweed ephemera and frames. And then they have the washi sheets. So this is kind of different. This is a 6x12 washi sheet on one washi sheet, and you get a second one that has all these little border strips. So that is pretty cool. You get, it says 28 pieces. And then 49 and Market always does the laser cuts, and they've got 2 different laser cuts. This is the laser cut elements. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's a ski lift, an old pickup full of logs, a log, a little love seat, a swing. I just got to get it up close so you can see it. 137 pieces here, and there's bears and maybe a bison, a wolf, some other animals. I like that truck, and this gives you the size of the scale. When you look on the other side, you're just getting a kind of an overall everything that's in there, but now you can see how nice and big that swing is. Here's a bucket of acorns. You've got boots, you've got lots of acorns. So that is the Timber and Tweed laser cut elements. And then we also have the Timber and Tweed floral set, and these are also laser cuts, but these are floral pieces. It looks like they've got a fireplace, a little cabin, some fences. There's a little mommy bear and baby bear, and lots of little clusters here. And I'll turn it over the back to the back so you can get an idea of the color. And if you go online, you can see all the pieces are shown out there online. There's an arrow with some feathers, some berries. Sorry guys, I just got to look at it. You know how I am. Ooh, look how it looks with this paper. Wow. Then the last couple pieces from this collection are the rub-ons. And this is the uh, rub-ons. Let's see. See if it has a name here. Oh, these are the blendables. So this is the blendables, and then we have the essentials. And the blendables a lot of times have got lots. Here's, you get 3 sheets, and here they are. You've got trees, pine branches. There's even a snowman down there with a little plaid scarf, some wood slices. And there they are, and the real thing right there. So you can kind of see that, and here are the 3 sheets. So I really appreciate you being here tonight at an odd time for Memory Bound. These are the rub-on essentials. So this, they usually have words. Oh, they've got some really cool plaid stuff here. Let's see if we can see it on the back. You can kind of see where it looks like it's been ripped open. You got campfires, lots of good words with the rub-ons. And if you've used the rub-ons from 49 and Market, you know that they're really good and they work super well. And Janie says gorgeous, and I totally agree. This is a really beautiful collection. All right, so let me put some of these down in my basket. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some of the extra things that you can use with this. Okay, here it is. So Janine and 49 and Market, they picked out some ink colors that they thought went really well with this collection. So they've got Cold Brew, which is a dark brown, and Salted Caramel, which is another kind of a more of a pinkish brown, or caramel. Let's say it's caramel, and then Cappuccino. So we've got the 3 colors that are kind of in the brown family, and then we have Engine number 9, and we have Camouflage. And if you want to look at Engine number 9 and Camouflage, look how good they match the plaid paper. So those are the 49 and Market inks that go with it. And we also have some archival inks that I thought were good choices if you're looking more for an archival ink. And I grabbed out a few of those. So I'm going to just push these right here to the side, so you can still kind of see them. And then I thought that Orange Blossom was a good one. It's got kind of a orangey, mustardy, brownish, and it looks really good on this paper. And then I also thought Coffee and Potting Soil were good browns. And then I grabbed Graphite because this is a gray archival ink. So if you're looking for archival or permanent inks, because I just love this. Look at this. So look at those colors. And we could throw in a brown here too. This paper right here might be, this and the plaid might be my favorite, but I grabbed gray because of this paper right here. So if you're looking for a permanent ink, you know, there are distress inks that you could use that would go with this also. You've kind of got an idea of the color scheme. Then I went ahead and picked out some Color Vibe paper because I think it's nice to have some Color Vibe, which are more your definitely solids that are almost solids, because one side has got this dot pattern and one side is plain. So with this collection, you could go terracotta, mustard. I'm just going to do this. Avocado. Maybe I'll go like this. And there's another green in here. Let's see. I think it's, let's see if I can find it. Pine. And then we have espresso, brown, and we have warm white. So those are some good colors of Color Vibe that go with this collection. And the papers have got lots of different colors in them. So you can kind of see there is kind of the orangey color. I should have got the gray. I think a gray paper would be good for this. So those are the Color Vibes. And then we also have a couple of, if you're going to do some journaling, the olive and the sepia La Pens are a really great color for this collection. And we are big fans of Le Pens. They have a very fine tip on them. So it's good for journaling. And some of us are what we might call pen snobs, and those tend to be our favorites. The Bon Bon, aka brown mini paper clips, are a good match for this collection. And that's from Doodlebug, and so are the Doodlebug metallic mini brads, because they've got copper and bronze and gold. And then we have the Eyelet Outlet bronze regular size brads that are kind of in that brown tone. And then for Nouveau drops, let's see, what did we pick out here? Woodland green. Now there's not green everywhere, so this woodland green might not go with every paper, but there are some papers that have a lot of green in them. Like here's one with a topography map. The brass liquid pearls, let me put that on there. Look at how nice that looks. So that is a nice match if you're looking for something like a Nouveau drop or liquid pearls. That's a really good one. Okay, all right, so that is Timber and Tweed, everybody. We've got one more collection to go. Oh gosh, you just got to see that one again. Let's see if we have any questions or comments. So this, a lot of people have been pretty excited about this. I mean, there's all these cool papers. I gotta just quit and go to the next collection, but it's just really beautiful. Thank you, Dennis and Janine from 49 Market. Shelly says she loves it all, and I totally understand. So I'm going to put that in my basket. I'm going to clear off these inks, and we have one more collection to show you. So if you're still staying tuned, we've got one more 49 and Market collection. We've been through Elizabeth Craft. We've done the Vicki Boutin 49 and Market, and now we have the last 49 and Market collection. Hey, it's not the last ever. And Sharon says, thanks for staying to show it. And oh my gosh, I am excited to be here. And I'm really happy to show it because it is a great collection. Thank you, Janine, and your team. We've gone from rustic wilderness, and now we're going to kind of, more of a delicate, I don't know what you want to call it, but more of a pretty, totally different. All right, so this is Petals and Plume, or Plume and Petal. So you might have to correct me a time or two. So I'm going to show you the papers that come with this. The end cap that this is on is just beautiful. Janine set it up. Not Janine from 49 Market, but Janine from Memory Bound set it up for us today. And it looks, you walk by and it's just a happy, joyful end cap. So here's the first paper. It's just called Joy. It's got a little music coming through the background. But look at the back. It says, walk with the confidence of someone who knows their worth. So remember the border strips, save those because Dennis always puts something really cool on there. So that is paper number 1 from Plume and Petal. And then here is paper number 2. It's called Happy. So in it, again, it looks kind of like texture paste or kind of an old outside of a stucco building, but with a lot of things coming through. And this one right here gives you the tone and the colors of the whole collection. It's got the kind of blue and the lavender and purple, and it's got like a gold. And it says, finding beauty in this exact moment is my favorite kind of happiness. So that is the back of that one. Let me get back in screen. And then here's one that's got like a mask and peacock feathers. Again, with the music coming through. Kind of reminds you of opera. Something kind of fancy like the opera. And look at this. Oh my gosh. Growth is a beautiful process even when it feels like a painful one. But how do you guys like that? Oh my gosh. And I do agree. I saw Rhonda's comment that this looks like a quilt. And oh wow, like chipped paint, but those colors. You can't find purple very easily. I just want you guys to know that purple is a tough color to find in crafting. Oh, and Lynette got her memory bound package in the mail today. So I hope that was like Christmas for you, Lynette. Okay, the next paper is, again, you can, if you don't look for it, you might not see it. I think you see it on the camera, but you can see the outline of this lady in a beautiful dress with big flowers on the waistline and up on the shoulder. And this one's called Bliss. And the back of it is like it's kind of like Tim Holtz collage. Doesn't that kind of remind you of Tim's collage fabric and paper? And it says, the world needs your unique sparkle. Don't ever dull it down. And then we have Glow. It's got a chandelier and a group of flowers up there at the top. And then the back of Glow, this is really interesting because it's like patterns. I don't know how many of you did sewing or do sewing, or I remember my mom was a big sewer, and we had patterns, and I remember making our own clothes, and that's what this is all about. It's got your stitching and your cutting lines. And it's kind of a teal color. That's the back of this one. And it says, the most beautiful glow comes from a heart of happiness and self-acceptance. Alrighty, and we slide that under there. Here, okay, this is what I thought maybe this would happen. So this one is called Shine. So Glow and Shine. Look at how you can just put them together and you've got a 2-page layout. And look at that beautiful dress and the pearls. Did you guys ever hear how I got a string of pearls gift from Doug? Probably about 5 or 6 years ago, I mentioned on one of our videos that I really love pearls. And I got that for Christmas. So he was watching. So Doug, thank you. And I do like them. And then this is the background. And that's got a lot of purple in it. So that's the background of that one. And then this one's got like a circular frame with undertones of music beneath it. It's called Sparkle. Everything is like shine and sparkle, and here's the back. And I'm going to show you this up close because it's got peacock feathers along with the flowers. It's a really pretty color palette. And you guys, we gotta show you this because it says the universe created something wonderful when it created you. Never forget that. Oh, I got to tell you, I've not really looked at this till just now. And it's like, oh my gosh, look at these cut apart, these 3x4s. These would make such wonderful backgrounds. Or you could use this for a 12x12 layout, and each square could tell a story. And you could write in one of them, you could add photos, you could add embellishments, and maybe it's an event or something you've done. This is called Radiant. In the back of Radiant, ooh, wow. Look at here. And that's got the music back there too. So it is kind of opera. It says, this is the beautiful process of finding joy while becoming the person I'm meant to be. Those look kind of like swags. And then we've got the solids. And I think you're going to love the solids, even if you aren't needing the other papers. If you're looking for a purple paper, then you've come to the right place. So here's solid number 1. Front and back. And solid number 2. Solid that isn't solid, everybody. And then solid number 3 is bringing in the teal color. And then solid number 4, there are different flavors of purple in here. This is your blue, maybe your periwinkle. Oh, Lynette got her package, you guys, and she said that it was like Christmas. She got her Tim Holtz papers. So speaking of palette, she got her palette papers from Tim Holtz. I love that. And Sharon loves the purple and teal, and I agree. I think it's really a beautiful combination. I mean, look at this pile, you guys. How cool this is. So those are the papers. Let me move them aside a little bit, and then I'm going to show you the rest of the collection. I'm going to just push these off to the side, I think, but I want to keep a couple of them fresh to show you some other things. And we're almost done, so thank you for bearing with us tonight and being here. I really appreciate it. We have a big video coming up tomorrow with Penny, and she's going to be coloring with Olo markers for Olo Olympics. So I didn't really know how much time there was going to be to be showing you new product, and this really deserves a lot of time. So this is the Plume and Petal collection pack with all the pattern papers that we showed you. And you do have a bonus sheet in here. I'm assuming it's on the back of this package right here. But you know what? Some people cut out these squares and use those. Some people cut out the logos. This little border here would be a nice accent. So, and then we also have the solids. So if you want to get all the solids, if you like that palette and it works for you, then you can get them all together. You can add an extra sheet. If you're like, wow, I really like that teal and there's only one teal, you can get an extra because we have the packs and all the singles. That's how we roll. And then we also have the 6x8 pad. Move those aside. So the 6x8 pad, I think I've got it flipped upside down. And I'm just going to flip through it because you do get 27 pages. So you get 9 double-sided papers and you get 3 of each. So it's an odd number because you get the back. You get the back of the packaging. It's made just like the paper. It's the same material. Janine, that's super cool that you do that. And Rhonda says that Dennis is so talented. I totally agree. To do these 2 collections, to jump from timber and tweed to this the purple kind of opera. I'm not sure what he has said the feel is, but I totally agree with that. And then let's see. Kathy says we're going to have to order more of these. I think that's very true. We're going to keep an eye on it. And you guys, I didn't even tell you that there are album kits for both of these collections. We don't have them put together yet, but we will get those put together so you can take advantage of those. And the album kit for this collection for Plume and Petal is one of the foundation albums that's 6x8. And we've got directions, and I believe there's a video with Janine because she designed it, Janine Meyerowitz from 49 and Market. Look at, isn't that just gorgeous? I love your comments. There's that sewing. That takes me back a bit, you guys, I will say. My mom was a big sewer. She taught sewing classes. I took sewing in school. We even did tailoring back in high school. Made a coat. Here's some more. And these are going to be repeats of what we showed you because you do get 3 of each. Okay, so that's the 6x8 for Plume and Petal. And then let's show you the embellishments. Now, we did our thing here at Memory Bound, and we did put together a ribbon pack to go with this collection. And it's got that gold, because you're going to see some gold accents here. It's got the periwinkle, and it's got some purple and some lavenders. And it's $6.99, and you get, let's see, maybe 6 or 7 yards in here. We'll try to get the album kits really soon, get them together. We have all the product. We just have to print the directions and get them bagged up. So these are the words, the chipboard sentiments. We showed them to you in the timber collection. So here are the words that come with Plume and Petal. Celebrate the little things, be brave, or be bold, be brave, be you, cherished, spectacular, glow from the inside, accepting my new unique self, flaws and all. This is us, sparkle and shine. This is a very, honestly, this is the first time I'm seeing it tonight also. We had a couple little papers, but this is a very inspirational to be kind to yourself and be proud and, you know, be happy, be your own kind of beautiful, it says. And then here here is the ephemera and frames. And this is where there's some gold metallic. And let me take one out so you can see it. Here's the back of the package. It's got bingo cards, frames, tickets. Looks like there's some hearts. There's a measuring tape. But they've added gold accents, and I don't think they've ever done that before at 49 a Market. Oh, this one's got a little piece of tape on it. Okay, I didn't pick out a very good one, so I'm going to grab a different one so I can show you the gold metallic, because that's pretty cool what they've done. Opening it as I come back. Oh, and there's buttons in here and little tabs. So what's new with this collection is the gold metallic accents. So thanks for staying with us. I didn't plan to have to run, but I wanted you to see this because I think this is really special. You know what, Lynette? She says elegant, and thank you, because I think that is the perfect word. I wasn't really sure what word to call, what to use, but I think elegant. So you see how it's got the gold metallic on there, that shine, and it's on a lot of pieces. Oh, look at this one. It says making memories, and it's got that little fleur-de-lis gold on it. Ooh, this is just really fun. And like I said, they have not done that before on the 49 a Market ephemera pieces. So that I thought was really cool. And you know what? I went and grabbed, we have a gold, I'm just going to show you this now because why not? We have this gold pearl paper from Craft Perfect. And I thought that was going to go nicely with this collection because you do have the gold in here and you have a lot of gold that's not metallic accents like this paper. So I did pull that out, and I thought that was a good add-on, and you can find that in the same category as Plume and Petal. So I showed you that, so I can move it aside. All right, then there's also the washi sheets. So I'll give you a look at those border strips. So you can see there's gold here. Now that's not metallic, but it is a gold printed to kind of look, it looks metallic-y. Metallic-y, I don't know if that's a word. And then we have the rub-ons. We have a package of rub-ons here that's going to have 3 sheets. You know, I just realized, you guys, I am wearing, sorry, this is squirrel, but I am wearing a teal sweater accidentally that matches this perfect. So moving on. Here are the rub-ons. You get 3 sheets. These are the essential rub-ons. And there, that kind of gives you a good, whoopsie daisy. That gives you a little picture of the 3 sheets there at the bottom. It's got words. It's got the peacock feathers. It is really pretty. And I'm glad Lynette called it elegant because I agree with it being elegant. And then here's the laser cuts elements. Oh, look at this dress, you guys. Wouldn't you like to have something like that? Have a place to go where you would wear something like that. It's got a grand piano, all kinds of little chunks of backgrounds, and it's got lockets and jewels, and there's the pearls. Just those colors are just, I see my sweater matches it really well. So and you get 198 pieces. I think you can do a lot with that. So you've got the chipboard sentiments and the ephemera, the laser cutouts, and the rub-ons for accessories. And then we went out on the floor and we found a few other things that we thought you might like with this. And I'll show you. Oh, and I already showed you the ribbon. So we saw the ribbon. We have the lavender frames from the Color Swatch collection. And look how nice these match up with this collection. I thought these were really awesome. You get 18 of the cardstock frames and they're $5.99. There's a little look at them. So whenever you can mix things up, maybe from previous collections or even other brands, it's always kind of a fun thing to do. So look at that. Oh, I love that. Love it, love it. Look at that. I'm going to say, look at this, look at that. Now I'm going to show you the 49 to Market inks that Janine and her team picked to go with this collection. So you've got Frosty and Tranquil Waters. Whoops. But that's going to pick up your teal. And then you've got Lavender Kisses and Sangria for your purples. And then they've got Salted Caramel and Fossil to, like, look at this salted caramel, how perfect it looks with this. Because it's got that kind of brown gold going on. So those are the 49 to Market inks. I'm sure the Tim Holtz, the purples, Dusty Concord, is it Wilted Violet? Because I'm going to draw a blank right now because it's pretty late in the day. I'm sure you have some inks from Tim Holtz that also look good with this. So let me move these aside. And these are all online with this collection. So if you go online and you want to just browse and check out the collection, you can certainly do that. I got to mix these up. You can certainly do that. And these are online there where the inks are in the same group. And then we went and gathered up some cardstocks. So we've got 3 colors of Color Vibe, and one of them is Mulberry. And then we've got Eggplant, which is perfect. Here, I got to adjust. Eggplant is the perfect color because look at this. And Eggplant is going to look really dark on the camera, but it is a really deep, look at it, matches this music piece right here perfectly. And then we also liked Lilac just because it was a lighter color that you could kind of accent with. And I could not really find a Color Vibe in the teal, so I went and grabbed Whirlpool from Basil, and that goes really well with this here. It'll probably help if I turn some lights on. So there you go with those. And then this is kind of crazy, but we have this, it's called a Starburst Gem Sticker, and it's probably going to look black, but it has the teal and the purple tones in it. And I wish I had something, I don't think it's going to show up very good on the camera, but it's got the purple in there, kind of the mulberry color. It's got the teals. It's kind of iridescent-y, but for gems, it would really, I think that would look really nice. And then we went and we picked out the Doodlebug mini paper clips in the teal, or I'm sorry, Swimming Pool and Lilac. So if you wanted some little embellishments, those are the colors that go. Laura says this is her favorite color scheme. Interesting. I love that. Now, as far as you saw that there was some gold metallic accents, and we do have a gold brilliance ink, and this is a pigment ink, so it will be metallic gold on your pieces. So I just wanted to point that out. Maybe you have a gold metallic ink, but that would also look really nice with this collection also. And there's 2 stickles that were particularly nice with this, and I got to look at the names: Beach Cruiser and Lavender. And those both look very nice with this. And then Nouveau Drops. Oh, and then there's a liquid pearls called Taffy. Anything that's got your lavender or your purple, I think, is good, you guys. And then as far as Nouveau Drops go, I'm going to have to read the colors on these. This one I really love. It's Wisteria Purple. And look how good it looks with this paper especially. So that's Wisteria. And then we have one here that's called Plum Pudding, which again really picks up the colors. I don't know how good it shows on the camera, but I think there you can see it. And then we have a darker purple that's called Violet Galaxy, which also looks very good with this. I'm going to put them all together because then this one is called Sweet Lilac. So any of the purples in the Nouveau Drops, I'm going to show them to you just like that with the paper. And then there are a couple pens if you were interested in having the pens that match. We have teal, which matches. And then we also have one that's called lavender. And we have this one is kind of a periwinkle. It's called amethyst. And that looks really pretty with that paper. All right. Wow, we have done a lot. Let me see if we have any questions. Oh, Gloria is here. Hi, Gloria. And Gloria has a paperclip thing because I've seen her paper clips and I love it. And Gloria, I have to tell you, I kind of have gone down the paperclip hole also, the little rabbit hole. So I understand. Let's just say I understand. So that is Plume and Petal. So we showed you all of that and all the wonderful things that go with it. Just we'll do a quick review and then get home. Maybe Doug has dinner ready tonight. So we did Plume and Petal, which is really the pretty purples. And we also talked about Timber and Tweed also from 49 and Market. These are brand new. They arrived today. And we wouldn't really have time to show you a lot tomorrow. So I just thought we'd just stay tonight and just do it. So we showed you Timber and Tweed. And then we also showed you the new Irresistibles from Vicky Booten and 49 and Market. And those are the rub-ons. And we have the rub-ons and the resist. So remember, they've got those new, the die cut frames and the words. And I think those are escaping me in my pile, but we also have the new Irresistible rub-ons. And remember, these look kind of like, whatever, until you put ink or some type of a spray or mixed media on them, and then they turn into this or this. So those are all super duper brand new. We also tonight took a look at the new Elizabeth Craft release and that green release with the brand new memory binders, the large memory binders. And we had the blue and the green. And we showed you all the dies and the stamps. And you guys remember this one, the thumbs up stamp that I thought was pretty cool because, you know, Teresa loves this right here. It's got cool words. And then I flipped it over to look at the price and oh my gosh, it has the dies too. And it's only $18.99. So that, we showed you all of that. And I think that sums it up. So let's see if we have any comments that we need to see. Cherie, that's really sweet. She says, thank you for spending time tonight showing the new collections and appreciates everything we do for our customers. Well, thank you. That's very sweet. Shelly says the same thing. She has to get both 49 and Market collections, which I totally understand. And Dawn, thanks for letting me know that the gems showed up. I wasn't sure how they looked, but they're just kind of that cool purple. And I thought they looked kind of neat with it too. All right, well, I'm going to switch the camera around and we will, let me move this out of my way. So there we went a little wonky. And I have to go over here. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. I got to go over here. All right. All right, that's it. Oh my gosh, we showed you guys a lot of stuff. We've been here for over an hour showing you new product, and I really appreciate you joining me live or later. If you have any questions, you can always contact us here at Memory Bound Papercraft Store in Ankeny. You can send us an email, you can give us a call, or send us a message on Messenger. Everything I showed you is online if you want to go take a little bit better look where you can kind of spend some time and look and see what there is. Otherwise, if you would need to call us tomorrow or come on in, if you're a local yokel, come on in. We'd love to see you also. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of the evening. We're going to be back here live tomorrow morning. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. We're going to be back here live tomorrow morning with Penny, and we have our Olo Olympics tomorrow. She's going to be coloring with the Olo markers, which are an alcohol-based ink, and they're really cool for blending and coloring. So we'll see you then, and thanks everybody. I hope you have a great evening.